What is the significance of a digital minister? I don't know if anyone, how many of us read the news? So that, please raise your hand so that they know I'm not making it up. Okay, at least 4 people. Please just type Albania and bot minister. I saw a picture of the Prime Minister having a meeting with all his ministers. One of the screens was where the bot was, and the other screens were the other ministers. So basically, the meetings will probably no longer be physical, since the bot can be with them in person. And why is this significant? Because, like I said, we're talking to a young person who said, you should come to the real world. Because as far as they are concerned, this is the real world. They are digital natives, as they describe them. We are migrants. We're just learning how to live in their world. And that has many consequences. That has consequences on the way we live, consequences on the way we work, but also consequences on many fundamental issues, including human rights. And that is why it is important that our rights in this time is protected. Otherwise, you will get to work one day and there will be a new person who bears your name, a digital twin. And you would have to prove which one is you, which one is not you. Of course, developing this national action plan will require work. Requires work from you, require work from us as Paradigm Initiative, require work from our partners.
This is a reminder that the same space that connects us all also demands from us that we work together to manage it responsibly. We can't downplay the importance of the digital space and its impact on real lives. Today brings together best practices and lived realities to shape something we all need. As we say, a national action plan for digital rights that aligns our efforts toward one shared goal: a safer and more inclusive digital space that respects human rights.
Human rights, in whatever form, therefore, must be respected, protected, fulfilled. As they are online, we should also do that offline. This is why the National Human Rights Commission, in collaboration with Paradigm Initiative and other partners, has embarked on the development of a National Action Plan for Digital Rights. This plan is not just a policy document, it is a strategic framework to guide government institutions, civil society organizations, and the private sector in upholding digital rights as human rights.
The process of coming up with a national action plan on digital rights that is being embarked upon now, I would say, is a properly thought out, a meticulous process, because it actually started from a study, and the process was a process of over, I think, close to about 2 months of intense interviewing, discussions, and analyzing data from the field. There are a lot of scholarly works, of course. A lot have been written on digital rights, but the limitation is the absence of empirical evidence, and you need empirical evidence because we are not dealing with high-level academics in most of these things that we are doing. When it comes to digital right protection, you need to have you need to be able to speak to what the people really need, what are their desires, and so on. With regards to platform responsibility and accountability, ironically, most of the participants do not really look at platforms as such a threat. In fact, for the survey participants, many of them do not really, they felt platform was a means of protection of rights. They felt platform was a means of them exercising their rights.
So in this, we say that when the government is drafting these policies, there must be a multi-stakeholder approach. So the table must contain the users, internet users or digital users. The big 10 companies must be there. The CSOs must be there, and of course the government themselves. So in creating these policies, when all of these stakeholders are there, we can then say, okay, this is what benefits users. This is what benefits the tech companies.
So I feel like awareness is very, very low. And on the digital side as well, we're not seeing enough digital campaigns, we're not seeing enough widespread mass media campaigns that address, not only the digital divide, but also address the angle of digital literacy. And digital literacy is very important when we're trying to think of online harms and all of these unlawful contents that we see online.
We talked about training and retraining of reporting agencies. I can't be reporting a case of digital rights violation to someone that doesn't understand digital rights and how what I'm saying. So that's very important, and we cannot take the place of the Ministry of Justice in also ensuring that it's done.
How can government policies on ICT infrastructure be made more transparent and accountable? We're saying that the government should be able to fund digital inclusion hubs, regularize the cost of data, and ensure that the digital platforms comply with web content accessibility guidelines.
Also, we say that part of the risk is misinformation and disinformation, exposure to harmful content. We said that our youths have easy access to pornography, especially children, and this poses as a major risk in digital space with long-term psychological and social implications.
Our principles, we asked, how can we embed a human rights-centered approach in data protection and cybersecurity law? First thing that we suggested that there should be a criteria of clarification of the NDPA Act, and there should be grassroots education of digital rights, that is, including digital rights into educational curriculum from primary school to secondary school up to university at all levels, from grassroots to state to federal.